but a lot of schools wouldn't come touch Texas players. So I think that opens up the door for these kids about to play high school football now. And I think it's a good deal for not only for A&M as far as being in a bigger conference, but what they get to do, they get to set their own path, get out of Texas' way, and say, listen, we are the big dogs now. We can do what we need to do to make sure that we put a footprint.
Here's the other thing that people haven't talked about. You know, we're saying, well, the SEC is going to come recruit Houston. A&M is going to get better recruits in Houston and Dallas. A&M can also go to Florida now, can't they?
Yes, they can.
Also go more to Georgia.
And that's the good thing about it. I mean, you get a chance to open that floodgate up as far as recruits coming to A&M. I mean, we can have guys from everywhere. I used to only know guys from around the surrounding areas. Now we get chance to play with guys from Florida and Georgia and all kind of places. All
right, I got to get some thoughts on you on where we're at right now at Texan Plaza. High school memories. You grew up in Humble, if that's correct.
Yes, I did.
And I ended up going to
Nimitz High School.
Oh man, why did you do that?
It wasn't my choice.
Why did you do that? But high school memories. I talked to a lot of pro athletes, of course, not as many as you do, but every pro athlete I talk to, they often always say, I made the most money in the NFL, of course. I had a lot of fun in college. But for some reason, they always just cling to the high school memories. Why is that?
Well, this is where you play the game for fun. And to me, I think what has made me successful in my career, because I continue to think like that. I continue to play the game for fun. When you're in high school, you're out there playing a game that you have a passion to play. You look forward to playing it every weekend. And right now, when I saw these guys coming out, you know, I start getting a little pumped up at that point, seeing these guys getting ready to play. So it's always exciting to be around the game, and it's always exciting to play the game. I think guys need to understand, if you just continue to play the game for fun, you'll always have a passion for it.
That's fantastic. And you have high school age kids.
Yes, I do. I have a 16-year-old son, so he's enjoying his basketball. I don't know how that happened, but he's a basketball player. But, you know, God bless him. He's doing well at it.
Well, all right, real good before we let you go. Let's get some questions on the Big 12 now, because, you know, you're familiar with that. They're losing the Aggies. What does Texas do? What's the best route for Texas? Because it is their conference now, of course.
I mean, to me, first of all, I would say this, that it always seemed like it was Texas' conference, because they just catered to Texas. And I'm not saying that just because I'm Aggie. It's just what it was.
It's true.
Now, you heard talks of them going to the Pac-10. I don't know if that's going to happen. I think that'll be a good opportunity for kids also. But Texas can write their own deal where they want to go, to be honest with you. Then some guys saying they're going independent. I don't think that'll be a good deal for those guys. I think, you know, the best thing for them to do is look for a conference to go into. Maybe the Pac-10 is a good deal for them. I don't know. But as far as the Big 12 is concerned, to me, I think it's going to be broken down to 4 major conferences. At some point, sometime, 4 major conferences, and that's what you're having.
I agree with you. Football. I've heard the same thing, man. Thanks a lot for coming out here to the tailgate at Texan Plaza. Coming up next, what are these people doing behind me?
What are they doing?
What are they doing behind me? We're going to have the team of the week from the tailgate and also the talk of the tailgate right here at the tailgate at Texan Plaza. Don't go anywhere. We are back at the tailgate at Texan Plaza. John Lopez with you, of course, as always. And let me tell you what we're getting right here. We're getting to the team of the week, high school area team of the week, and, of course, the talk of the tailgate. But let me tell you what the talk of the tailgate is. It's about some team, band, dance team. It could be anything that's not necessarily on the field of play, so to speak, but they are athletes, and they are definitely fun to watch, and it's fun to do. Look, here we're going to start with the team of the week right here. If you want to find out more, go to TexanPlaza.com. TexanPlaza.com. You can nominate a team or a talk of the tailgate. It's right here every week from Texan GMC Plaza. And I'm joined now by the Kingwood High School swimmers, and of course state champions. Of course, we got to get some applause from that, even from the rivals over here. And state champions Jamie Fredericks and of course Jason. Let me ask you first, Jamie. Winning the state championship. I was giving you a hard time off camera because you guys, you had to be thinking, you tell me what you were thinking. Let me set it up. You're 29 points down with 1 race to go, right? Teams don't win state when they're 29 points down with one meet to go. How did you do it?
Well, at that time, we were kind of just focusing on winning the relay. We were going into the relay second. Our big focus was just, let's just win the relay. We'll get second. And we were kind of going to be happy with that, but it ended up a little bit better.
What happened? How did it react? And I know you guys are still smiling back here, the other members of the Kingwood High School Mustang swim team here. What was your reaction? You won the race, and did you know at the moment that you were state champions?
Oh, no, we had no idea. We didn't find out. We were kind of really happy that we won, and so we were just kind of like, wow, we did awesome this time. We were going to warm down. And they showed the board, and it showed Kingwood up by 1, South Lake down by 1, and we kind of all looked at each other and we're like, oh, they must not have added South Lake's points yet. Yeah. And then our coach went up to the officials and was like, is this for real? And they were like, yeah, South Lake disqualified their relay.
Wow.
And we all kind of freaked out.
And you became Team of the Week for it. I'm sure that's exactly what you wanted when you won it. You really wanted to be Team of the Week.
Exactly.
All right, Jason, let's give the mic to Jason there. Kingwood High School swimming, I'm very familiar with it. As I told you off camera, my son was there for a while in Kingwood. It's a tradition. How many times in a row, forget regions, have you gone to state as a high school?
I mean, years in a row, I think we've gone 8 or 9 times in a row to state. We won regions last year, and we had a successful year. We had 3rd at state. A lot of good swimmers. And
well, I got to get the scouting report from both of you guys. What's going to be like this weekend? Are you going to be the Team of the Week again?
You know, we always hope so. This year, I think for the guys, it's going to be definitely a rebuilding year. We've lost some of our really good swimmers. Jordan Jones, who made Olympic trials times. Julian Vitarius as well.
That's all he did? Just Olympic trials? Get back to me when you make the Olympics. No.
Oh, I know, right?
That's fantastic. Jamie, let me ask you one more question before we move on to the talk of the tailgate. You are a state champion, am I right? Yeah. Well, how do you top that?
I don't know. I think this year it's just going to be more about having fun and just building a team more than it is focusing on winning. So, I mean, if we could win on top of that, it'd be awesome. But I think we're just going to have a great year either way.
Kingwood High School Mustang swim team, congratulate yourselves. You did a good job, guys. Thanks for coming on. I'm going to make my way over to the pretty girls, which is a really good thing to do. And let's get to all these pretty girls here. And this is the talk of the tailgate. I told you about this. You can nominate a talk of the tailgate. I know how hard these girls work. My daughter was on this team last year, and by coincidence, they happened to be the talk of the tailgate on my first show. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, this is the Atascocita Patriots. The reason you guys are here, really, Melissa Rayburn. Actually, let me get some introductions. Who are you?
I'm Tori Bales.
And you are captain. Melissa Rayburn.
Melissa Rayburn. Allie Parnell.
All right, Allie, and you are president? Co-captain. I'm sorry. Where was my head? I know that uniform. All right, Melissa, let me ask you real quick. You guys have only been in existence for about 5 years?
Going on our 6th.
And you were on the field your first year, is that correct?
Yes, it was. That was something else. The school split here, and I inherited these girls I'd never met. And I got this great job, and I had some really talented kids, but we've come a real long way since then.
Let me ask both of you real quick, because there's a philosophy that I think, a thought out there. You know, the dance team, all they do is perform at halftime. You know, they just shake the pom-poms and they just perform at halftime. I think, I could be wrong on this, but you can't wait for football season to be over, and why is that?
Because we go to contest season, and we actually have a lot of hard work and practice ahead of us, and our team does very well at contest.
Allie, I know you all love football and you want the team to do well, but same thing with you. We're talking about what are some of the dances that you do, and how many hours a week do you guys get in the gym with, you know, the slave driver over here?
Well, we do at least 2 or 3 days a week, and we practice 2 or 3 hours. We do a jazz dance, lyrical, and then we'll do a pom or something fun like that. It's a lot of work, but it's so much fun. And
Bert Brocker here at Texan Buick GMC, he always talks about supporting our community and our schools. That's why we're here at his Plaza. Melissa, you have the same philosophy. I know you like to get involved and get these girls out. I've seen car washes. I've seen all. What are some of the things you do off the dance floor?
Well, last year we gave $1,900 to the Multiple Sclerosis Fund, and this year the charity that we chose is
Shriners. We're actually donating money to the Shriners Hospital.
Yes, we hope to give about $2,500 of the money we raise for spring show, which is about half of it. And in addition to that, the girls have to pay their community rent. They have to do community service. We adopt 50 kids at Christmas in the Humble area that wouldn't get Christmas without us, and the girls spend 50, 60, 100 and more dollars an adopted child, and it's one of the most meaningful things that the girls do.
That's fantastic, and trust me, that makes a big difference. I think the most important question tonight is the dad's dance, all right? every year you do a dad's dance where the parents go out on the dads go out on the field with their daughters, or uncles or whomever go out on the field with their nieces, and they do the dance. Who is the all-time greatest dad's dancer that you've ever had with the Patriots?
No, I'm gonna have to say Mr. John Lopez.
Yeah,
I think you should demonstrate.
And I won't demonstrate. I think there is video of me dancing it 3 years in a row, by the way, out there somewhere, but we're not going to show that video on this show. I'm John Lopez. This is the Tailgate at Texan Plaza. These are the pretty girls, and we want to see you on camera with us next week right here on the Tailgate at Texan Plaza. Perfect.